17?
Hmm.
Okay. Ron, are you ready?
Oh yes.
Okay. Because it is just a model, a series of ongoing conversations on the interstitium of innovation, design, philosophy, and tech with my friend Ron Kersic and myself, Peet Sneekes. And apparently I don't need any topics because you will probably butt in anyway.
No, we need your topics to not mention them, right?
Oh, okay, so all right. So we just came out with the news because the American government, they basically said, "Oh, you got the kids version of what's the thing called? Mythos." And it seemed to be able to hack like some obscure in some obscure way, and therefore Anthropic has been basically shut off their model. And they said you can't use it anymore because it's unsafe for us, but also an unfair advantage for our enemies.
No, it's an export restriction, right? So
Yeah.
a non-US citizen, non-US citizen cannot use the model.
Yes.
Which is probably half of the staff of Anthropic.
And it's probably also pretty much all their customers, because most of the customers are outside of the US, I'm guessing. I'm not sure, actually.
No.
But to me, it sounded like, why would they do that? Twofold. And my conclusion was they tried to force a situation where legislation is coming up for AI. So they basically want to make sure that everybody is included that plays the game, and everybody that doesn't play the game is excluded from the US.
Who is they?
The people that are excluded. Well,
No. Who is they that want to exclude people? Is it Anthropic or the US government?
Yes.
Okay, both.
One through the other.
Yeah, I mean, because Anthropic wants their competitors to be regulated.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But and also, and it seems like I've heard this in some fragments of a podcast. It seems also be the people working on open source models, in particular the Chinese open source models.
Open weight.
They want to exclude them from the market, basically, or at least the American market. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but that's the only thing I found reasonable why they would shut off such a model, because I didn't see that big of a risk in the things it does.
Well, apparently, I mean, you call it, what was it again, the kiddie version of Mythos?
Yeah, it was the hampered version.
And apparently you could jailbreak Fable 5 so that it gets back to Mythos level capabilities.
Oh, really?
In cybersecurity and biology.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So
because a competitor of Anthropic showed the United States government how that is possible.
Yeah.
So,
a certain unnamed competitor. OpenAI.
Yeah, well, I have.
Or it might also be Google or whomever.
And it's a government that thinks in zero-sum words about the world.
Yeah.
Right. If somebody else wins, then it must mean we lose.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So it's the. I found this both very expected and very boring.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, I just wanted to know why somebody would do it, but also, let's say if it's intentional, then it's probably well played, Anthropic.
Yeah.
Forcing the situation into getting your ways anyway.
IPO coming up, right? And we have technology that is so powerful that the United States government banned it. Come and watch us.
Yeah, it's great marketing material.
Yeah, I mean it's like putting explicit lyrics on your album sleeve, right? And then hoping that people won't buy it.
Yeah. I think so. Research also showed this is also the same as the packaging of cigarettes. So these are in the Netherlands, at least, they're very off-putting, or were off-putting. I'm not sure. But anyway, so the packaging was very graphic, if you will. And that seemed to attract people because it's cool to live dangerously, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, well, I can see that.
Yeah. But so it didn't really impress you, the entire
Not,
exercise.
not at all.
Okay.
It's the
Because
this is the boring side of tech, to be honest.
yeah.
At least boring to me.
Well, I guess it's like an up ramp to really boring stuff, right? They're building these AIs, of course, for companies to also use. And to me, it sounded a little bit like the play from the 92s or something, where mashups were really a thing.
Yeah.
So everybody was building and combining all kinds of big, huge platforms. And at a certain moment, when everything was set, everybody had their motors running and their commercial engines running. One by one, the big platforms basically shut off the free or any access to their platforms and built their own, right? Replaced, for example, Twitter replaced their search API with their own interface. Similar with Facebook, the web interface does exist, but let's be honest, they rather have us use the app, make it as appealing to the app. And you can't leech it, right? So you can't combine news with Facebook, with Twitter, etc. This was the mashup mindset. And I'm thinking this might also be the case for AI. The combination of all kinds of different agentic and also generative AI might be very appealing at the moment. But if you build your commercial model on it, i.e. getting to the boring stuff, that might be a little bit dangerous if it's not regulated. So I'm guessing that might also be an interesting, or it might also be a direction there, why they want to go towards regulation, not just exclusion.
Yeah, again, who is they?
The producers of the AIs.
Yeah, I mean, what they want to use regulation as a competitive mode.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only motive they have, right?
Yes.
I mean, they have an advantage, they think, and they probably have.
Yeah.
So let's now freeze everything, right? And because this is dangerous, let's stop any development. Now that we are ahead, that's the.
Yeah, but also think legislation as being predictable, reliable, and really build a solid commercial foundation on top of basically the research models that we have now. I mean, for another company, let's say, I think it's not for naught that Microsoft got their own model, for example, for LinkedIn and their products. They built their own model. They're not dependent, as far as I know, not dependent on OpenAI or any other model.
I have no idea what they're doing in LinkedIn.
No, yeah, but let's say Office. You know, it's all their own model as far as I know.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No, it's they have been and they still are relying on OpenAI stuff.
I thought they stopped that
Nope.
their licensing because they
No, they want to stop it.
Yeah, because they have conflicts and stuff like that, right?
No, I mean
not interpersonal conflicts, but I meant commercial conflicts.
No, I think they don't want to be dependent about a company they don't control the board of.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, nothing to do with legislation or safety or whatever. It's just you're dependent on a party you cannot control.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, well, I think legislation and stuff like that also leads into being more predictable as a commercial partner. So you can do stuff like,
well, I mean,
having integrated partnerships like that.
If the legislation doesn't help prevent the provider of the service to switch it off, I mean, I don't see any reliability at all.
No,
or predictability.
Exactly. Yeah.
No. It's I mean, the biggest risk is just that your provider says, no more soup for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And whether they do it or they are...
Link in the show, Snow Globes.
Yeah, that's it. That's a great one. It's the, right? I mean,
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they are forced by the United States government. Right? I mean, I think this is the biggest thing.
Yeah, similar to their... I mean, I don't want to go to the weapons industry, but do you think it's similar to the defense industry? I mean, that they switched it off very, very much sounded, or at least from everybody outside of the US, kind of like sounded like the the export laws you had for encryption in the past.
Yeah, too bad you cannot tattoo the weights of a model on your back, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like the guy did. What was it again? PGP?
I don't know. I don't know the story.
Okay, so that was I think it was pretty good privacy. So
Yeah.
an encryption algorithm, and that was also export restricted.
Okay.
Right. So
yeah.
but how can you not export an algorithm? So so a guy, I think it was the Perl code, but the code of the algorithm tattooed on his back.
Oh,
So by him leaving the country, he was actually exporting the algorithm.
that's awesome.
Because
This was quite deliberate. I'm guessing.
Paige, you don't tattoo PGP on
I don't know. You can
your
be,
back
you can
by
be a
accident.
fan.
That you're just browsing to a book, right? A dragon,
Do this.
a dragon, an eagle. No, this sounds nice. What is it? An algorithm? Oh yeah, let's do that. Really interesting.
You don't say.
My friends will think I'm so cool. It's the That's it. Probably the same play again. It's the. As you can hear my voice, I find this wholly uninterested.
Yeah. Well, please interest us in stuff then.
Well, episode 16.
Ron?
Episode 16.
Yes.
That was a really nice one.
Yeah, I got a lot of memes from that.
Yeah, it's the, that was a really interesting. I mean, so in typical fashion, right? We zig and zag and up and down and like puppies chasing a bus.
Yeah.
And somehow, typically, in the final third, we end up on something meaningful.
Yeah, and I guess on the way we also hit on some interesting thoughts at the least.
But I think the world building thing, is AI engineers, artists, right? Growing AI, just like you, make wine, for instance. It's all nice metaphors. No, and the reason why I came to that one, because I made a spelling error in my snow globes.
Oh.
So instead of world building, I said word building.
Oh, okay. That will probably appeal to your to what you do,
which is
often.
No, I mean, and I think why that one actually so resonated, because I actually realized it's the so many people probably have this, right? But I have eras in my career, right? Or epochs or periods, whatever you want to call it, right? I think for the past 10, 12 years, I had a certain era. Right. And every time I enter a certain era, I'm looking for words and language.
Yeah.
You can see where this is going, right? I mean, it's the, and my previous era, let's call it, I don't know, the platform thinking era or whatever, right? I mean, that started with the QCon conference in San Francisco, seeing the Netflix people present. And that's where the first time I saw actual software engineers, actual damn good software engineers, able to communicate, which was a totally alien concept to me.
Okay.
So I thought these people are excellent software engineers and they can communicate, and these things are related.
Yeah. Going from your own experience in the Netherlands.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not to. Yeah, I mean, it sounds a bit pretentious, but for many people, I couldn't be a proper software engineer because I could somewhat communicate.
Yeah.
Or actually, I wanted to somewhat communicate.
Yeah.
Or I wanted somewhat to communicate, right? I mean, it's the but
in a certain amount, but also in a certain fashion.
Yeah. And there they were, right? So there was a big eye opener. We had the SX conference also in San Francisco, the Service Experience Conference organized by Adaptive Path.
Okay.
The late Adaptive Path.
Yeah.
Just mind blowing to me. How these people were talking about, service experiences. That experiences are something you can design.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Sure.
This is my previous occupation.
But this was 2010-ish, 2012. The first time I went to the Serve Desk conference. So that's a academic conference about service design.
Right.
Just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Actually, to see how people respond to each other. Somebody does a presentation and somebody stands up and says, "Thank you for your wonderful presentation."
Yeah.
I wasn't used to that one because I was used that people would stand up and say, "This was crap."
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Well, so that can also happen in academic world.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. But it's the no. I mean, but I kept thinking, right? I mean, and I can remember that day and age. I was looking for words, right?
Right.
Like for instance, it sounds a bit silly, but experience.
Yeah.
and experiences, right? I mean, my team back then at the bank I was working, I sneakily called the Office for Experience Design, OXD. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was really, but so those were words I was donning as a code, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
And now it seems obvious. And now I realize I'm in exactly that same period. I'm looking for words or language.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, building an AI model, is that yes or no? Like, well, making wine, for instance, right? That discussion we had.
Yeah, can we use the word building, or should we use growing or fermenting or
yeah. I mean, and it sounds silly, but I think this is what I've been trying to do for the past year or so, trying to find find words. And recently, I found another word which I think is probably the most descriptive one yet.
Okay, go on. Don't keep us waiting.
And the word is exoskeleton.
Yes.
Any more questions? No.
No. Well, I mean, an exoskeleton implies like a kind of like an addendum to what you already have, right? And it being outside your corpus, but outside of your body.
Yes, instead of inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and that's the so 2 weeks ago I was at a conference in London about AI, and I noticed, and we talked about this, right?
Yeah.
That up till now, in software, all the decisions, all the intent, all the taste, all the requirements are manifest in code.
Yeah.
Right, and code is the central artifact.
Yes, yeah.
Right, and everything is in there, and our whole software development lifecycle is built around code, right? Everything we do in front is just to make sure that our requirements or intent or understanding of the world ends up in there somehow.
Yeah.
And everything after that is to make sure that we validate that indeed it ended up in there somehow.
Yes.
Right? So so the skeleton is inside. And what you now do is you pull it out. Right? You make your architecture manifest, understandable for an agent, your design system, you make that explicit, that an agent can actually understand it and act on it instead of infer it from your code, right? So
and also being flawed. That is kind of being flawed, right? If you make code for better and for worse, it's an abstraction layer for what you actually want. Right? You encode it with a limited language, if you will.
Yeah, it's a limited language. I'm not sure if it is abstraction layer. It's actually what's the opposite of abstraction?
Generalization? No, I don't know. Make it less abstract. Well, it's more concrete.
Yeah, I mean, because it has to be concrete for this thing that needs to execute, called the computer.
Yes, exactly.
Right. So
there's very strict things.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, for example, object-oriented programming is a way to make an abstracted model of the thing that you actually want to do.
Was the intent.
Yeah.
And failed horribly.
Well, it was a step in our evolution and definitely an artifact that we should leave behind.
Yes, yeah. It's it for sure was a branch in the evolution of this. Right? But this is really what it is. You pull everything outside.
Yes.
To the outside, so that it is legible for the agent, right? And what I found, so it's the exoskeleton, right? It's at the outside.
Okay.
And what's cool about an exoskeleton is you rear the exoskeleton, right?
Yeah.
So you can jump higher and lift more things, so you can build worlds better.
No, but so you're literally seeing images of the thing with the Blue Man Group kind of people. Come on, the three films with hyper realistic CGI.
Oh, the Avatar.
Avatar, that's it.
Yeah.
So kind of like the exoskeletons that we have over there.
Or the suit that Tony Stark is wearing.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Or the really big mover that Sigourney Weaver wore.
Oh,
yeah,
that one, in Aliens. Yeah, that one, right? I mean, Mech Warrior, those kind of things, right? No, but it's, and you see it everywhere.
So what is the exoskeleton to you? Is it words? Is it like language, or is it more the what happens after?
It's everything we use to communicate to ourselves, our understanding of the world, the problem we are trying to address in our world, and how we think it should be addressed.
Yeah.
So everything, right? And that is words, right? That's requirements, documents.
Yeah.
But this is the cool thing about this technology, right? It consumes anything and everything.
Yes.
It could even be a doodle on a whiteboard.
Definitely, yeah.
Maybe it doesn't have the fidelity needed, but still, right? A doodle on a whiteboard is now something legible.
Yeah.
In the whole creation process, right? Not this spurious moment and now it's gone.
No, yeah.
Right? Because once you go to the code, it's gone.
Exactly, yeah.
It's a first order construct of expression to us. Oh, and by implication, the agent. Or if you want, for the agent, and by happy circumstance, also for us, right? Because it actually makes it better for us too. That's what I find so fascinating.
But it makes us better, or it's more useful for us?
It's more useful for us as a communication tool.
Because I think it makes us better as well.
Yeah, I mean, and
not better prompters as we now would say, but I think it would make us better communicators.
Yeah, indeed, right. Or we can better. Yeah, I mean, because yesterday I read link is noteload about a designer.
Yeah,
that said that now she's working with AI.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time, design systems are actually needed, as in they need to be there. Okay. Instead of we have a design system, great design system. You
as like a reference.
As a reference, as an intention. It's cute, but I'm coding, and you know what? Instead of I'm going to use a space anywhere, and I just.
So who is it for? Who's the design system for?
For the agent. So the agent understands the design system, right? So the design as a system, and it makes sure that anything the agent creates, code or otherwise, adheres to the design system.
Well, this is very interesting. So you're saying a entity that creates experiences should read or abide by those design structures, those design style guides, etc. Yeah. But now we're just saying, well, at the least because of we now have AI, we're making it for them. No, and to me, it's like no. This is exactly it was meant for humans.
Yeah, but it's a bit chicken egg thing. No, I mean, one of the reasons why you need to make it, right? Because if you give agents the code, right, with all these assumptions hidden and people adding their own interpretation of the design system,
right?
Ambiguity. Well, I mean,
being
and
ambivalent.
The agent reads that, right? Take that as gospel,
And
so iteration after iteration, you get the interpretation of the system instead of the system. So it starts diversing wildly, and then we said, "Oh, bad AI," but it's us.
Yeah,
right. It's a bit like those time lapse movies, right? Where you see I don't know a garden, right, and then they speed it up, and you actually can see how a garden is overgrowing. And they say, "Oh, that's bad." But if you just do it in real time, you don't see it, right?
Right.
And now we have this sped up version of reality.
So now we can see it.
Now we can actually see it.
Yeah, we see what happens if you don't make. If you don't think.
Yeah. So in order to prevent that, right, the problem we caused, we now do this for the agent, which we do for us.
Yeah.
So this almost symbiosis, right? What's good for them is good for us. What good is for us is good for them.
So
I think it's fascinating.
But if you pose it like yes and if you pose it like this, I don't want to be contrarian, but
no, please do.
If you say it like this, I would think how do you call it? The style guide? No,
a design system.
A design system. If you make a design system, it should be an agent on itself. It should be an agent itself, because maintaining a design system is an activity. It's not a document to adhere by. So I'm thinking, so let's say this sped up version of things overgrowing, then you need an automated grass cutter that basically cuts the grass frequently in the shape that we agreed upon.
Yeah. Based on the layout of the garden that you provided it.
Exactly. So the design system is also the grass cutter itself.
I don't think so.
It should be something that that works independently, right?
Well, it's a medium.
As well.
Yeah.
It's a system.
No, I mean, the reason why you see me smiling, because I always take the transcript of a podcast and I give it to ChatGPT or Claude.
Oh!
Just... what do you think about this one? And
I thought Ron was an artisan, guys.
no, I mean, well, I still make my own snow globes, but
Sure,
just to see
okay.
what. No, I mean,
Yeah.
and the last time it said, Pete is a productive contrarian.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Ron has sharp, something sharpish.
Okay.
It's the
So it just gives you compliments along the way.
no, it's observations, right? I mean, it's depends on you on what you think.
Yeah.
If that's a compliment.
Definitely. Well,
No.
a functional contrarian. Yeah,
No, I mean,
definitely.
but
yeah.
but that's where you can see.
Trying
What,
to challenge.
no,
Yeah.
but that's why I said medium instead of agent, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's I don't think it has agency.
Oh, okay.
But it
Well,
has,
I mean, to me, it's more like it fulfills it does a function rather than it is a reference,
oh yeah, totally.
right?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
a design system to me is a book, something that's
Well,
static, something that doesn't grow, or
it's something
do.
that give rise to worlds,
yeah, exactly.
right? I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah, but
it's see it it's
Yeah,
it's,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
generative.
first time I clapped ever in this podcast. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, that
Gonna
resonates.
record the time. Yeah.
Yeah, 25 minutes. No, definitely, and specifically because you also make so you looked
Yeah.
back to words, you
Yeah.
looked back to prose, and to me that was the inspiration, right? I
Yeah.
made this visual,
Yeah.
and to me it's like it was kind of I think you commented on some post somewhere, and you said, I don't feel like a person that makes things with AI rather than I give an assignment to an agent that does things and I appraise the results.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm more like a patron. I think that's the word that you
Yeah,
used,
that's-
a patron of the system.
Yeah.
And to me, that really connected with, okay, so if that's the case and we're working with AI and this is the relationship we're bound to have,
Yeah.
then world building is not per se describing the world, but it's describing, let's say, the context
Yeah.
of where the world might grow, right?
The
It's
physics of the world.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
right? I mean,
definitely.
it's the no, yeah,
Yeah.
totally. No, I mean, I made that comment, or actually, I copied that comment in a review by Ethan Mollick from Fable 5.
Yeah,
And he said, I was used to be a conductor with my AI,
yeah.
but with this one, I give it a task. It makes 1,000 decisions I'm not aware of,
You don't have a say.
and I pay for it.
Yeah.
Right? I give it money,
Yeah.
and you don't have a say, and it comes back with something I say I like
Yeah,
or not.
yeah,
I'm a Patreon, right?
yeah,
So I thought,
yeah.
this is a really nice shift, I think.
Well, it's definitely a different relationship. Also, I mean, if you get the design spectrum
Yeah,
on that, we see a different shift
yeah,
on our role within the design system.
and that I mean, and there's another metaphor. I mean, we just throwing metaphors left and right, right?
Well, it's just a model.
No, yeah, that's totally true. No, and that's adventure games.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, if you know Zork
yeah.
and that kind of stuff, right? And Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeons and Dragons,
Dungeons and
Yeah,
Dragons.
it's-
Yeah,
right. I mean, and because I think that's what we're doing. We're giving them a Zork world, right?
Yeah.
We describe it to the agent, and we disclose gradually to the agent, you are now in this world.
Yeah.
And then the agent goes left, opens their chest.
Yeah.
Right, looks in the mailbox. If you know Zork, you know why I made that remark. Link is not good. But you give it a world to act in.
Yeah, exactly. And
Right,
that's it, right? You talk about the gravity. You say there,
Yeah.
like a total surprise storm is possible over
Yeah,
there.
and if something goes wrong, right, or it dies in the game or
Yeah.
whatever, right? I mean, there are two types of actions. You can correct it, stupid AI, do this,
Yeah.
or you correct the world. You change the physics of the world, or you add something to the world, or you add a constraint, or you relax a constraint.
There's a magic spell. You can't
It's
die.
a-
You're actually asleep.
Yeah. But so I mean, so in that sense, we are the dungeon masters, right? And and the reason why I make
We should bookmark this particular word because you're a dungeon master.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
but often, certainly when ChatGPT happened, people were framing it that it is the dungeon master,
Yeah.
right? And that we are playing to its game, to its world.
I mean,
I don't believe that. It's literally the other way around. But literally, it's the other way around.
I guess depending on the amount of prompting, or let's say dungeon mastering you do yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. If you go into the wide world of the Matrix, right, where we just need guns, more guns, it's of all the guns. I'm not sure. It's like what we if we decide there's nothing there, then well, that's also a world where we might relinquish some of the powers that we expect. Yeah. Nevertheless, it is something we can also fill in and make more concrete. And the reason that I say, aren't we also more designing the context in which we design the things rather than the thing itself?
Yeah.
Like you also say, being a patron, or quoting the other person that talked about that. To me, it's like, okay, so if this is the case, and at the moment, language, or in prose specifically, so ambivalent language is our tool to create this context. Could we also make tools that also appeal to our other senses, like the other intuitive senses that humans have, like a visual interface that we can see? Oh, I forgot this. I forgot the aspect in my dungeon mastering that people could not die, right? It's like, oh, I should change that first, because that's something I'm kind of missing if we talk about LLMs and talking about how we create our worlds.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem we don't see everything, or I don't know.
Oh, that's a nice one. No, I mean, but that's why I said, what even a doodle on a whiteboard can be an input, right?
Yeah.
I think we by and large are still limited to bringing text to it.
Yes.
Right. For sure, we could bring images, right? Could we bring sound? I have no idea. It's it's an interesting one.
It would be that would be awesome. And specifically also, I'd love to also see things I forget, and things that might be implied if you don't say something. And this has to do with the biases play that we also work with LLMs, right? It's based on data, blah, blah, blah. And it definitely has biases because it's based on other things. And I'm very much interested. So if we're creating a world and we forget a basic principle like gravity. Could we say something about it? Could we see something like that we might want to say something important about that?
So one thing I noticed recently, that's the reason why I'm now talking slowly, is how powerful these systems also are in introspection on their own actions. Right. So, I try to get a certain image and somehow it just goes wrong, right? And then I ask, why is it going wrong? And it comes back more often than not with a proper analysis. Well, you said XYZ, which means the model is forced to focus too much on this aspect. If you would have used words X accent, Y accent, and I'm sitting there, really? And I try it, and guess what? So
success.
It knows why it went wrong. After the fact, you have
That's
to
quite
ask
interesting. I try to do that because nowadays I generate a lot with Nano Banana, the visual generative AI, and I can't talk. I don't seem to be able to have it talk back to me.
Yeah, but but this is specifically for GPT.
Yeah,
because it has a text and image embedded in one user interface,
exactly.
Right?
And
the text model can reason about what the image model is doing. So this, what I just said, is a discussion I have with the text model, which gives me then the prompt that I then hand to the image model, right? So, but this introspection is fantastic.
It is,
Why did this go wrong? Well, I think it's this.
So that might be like a key feature. People are talking about agents being like very autonomous and very helpful in speed and capacity. But it seems like one of the superpowers might be being able to reason, steer with them.
It's
to get to know each other.
At least in my bubble, the word of the week was loops.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, so you don't write prompts anymore, you write loops, right?
To
So
me, that was like, what is this programming 101? I didn't understand it because
no,
this word has been reserved in my mind
yeah, but I mean, what?
as a programmer.
Yeah, so yeah, sure, but yeah, but in this context, is instead of actually telling the model what to do,
Yeah.
you come up with a wider arching, more global a goal, and then the model starts, and there is also an introspection phase. How well did I do accomplishing this goal,
Right.
and how can I adjust? And that's the looping thing.
Sounds a little bit like a design thinking loop
Yeah.
because it also has introspection in
That's
there.
a nice one.
Yeah.
Didn't think about that one. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I also gonna. Oh, I mean, talking about
dropping an innocent sentence.
yeah, because I wanted to say I also gonna then try to take my old love, the double diamond. I have no idea how or what, but I'm gonna do something with that.
Well, it's definitely,
And again,
that pattern is definitely there.
The double diamond was my language from the previous era.
Ah.
When I saw that thing for the first time, I mean, literally. No. Can I quickly?
Yes, please.
So it's the I was still consulting. I think I was consulting for a very large Dutch originated bank.
Right.
Who loves the color orange?
Yes.
There are two banks who love the color orange, but one has a really nice color orange.
Yeah.
That bank.
Not with the ugly blue.
Yeah, not them, right? And was working with my co-conspirator, who is still in my life. I really enjoyed that one. And he said, and we basically what we were implementing Agile, Scrum.
Right.
That was also a thing back then.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, and he said, "Well, I think we're done. I think this whole Scrum thing is done. Done as in done. Not done dead, but it's here.
Yeah.
And we are done, right?
Right.
And I had this.
But are you done with it? Like not interested anymore?
No. Just it's the organization is doing it. We accomplished our goal.
Okay.
And I had this thing in the back of my mind that just kept shouting to me, "No, Ron, no." But I didn't know what. I didn't have the word yet. Right. 1 week later, within a week, I saw the double diamond for the first time.
Right.
Discover, define, develop, deliver. 2 diamonds.
Yeah.
Scrum is the second diamond.
Definitely.
Develop, deliver.
Yeah.
There is a whole diamond before that one.
Yeah.
Right? This is basically how do you get to your backlog. Because if you read the Scrum guide, it's assumed there is this magical person called the product owner.
Yeah.
Who just, by sheer brilliance, knows how to fill the backlog.
Yes. The magic ability of typing.
Yeah, and I had it on personal experience. That most product owners cannot.
Indeed.
Apart from, let's do the next version of Java, right? And these kind of things. It's the but this was the epiphany. There is this whole world before you actually get to the article. And now that sounds bloody obvious, right? But back then, I had to discover this model.
Mm-hmm.
I know, just a model, but still a model to articulate the world I was feeling, but couldn't describe to anyone yet.
But that's it. So you just nailed it. The model that you use is a way to convey the thing that you meant.
Yeah.
Right? It's basically, okay, if you really want to know the ins and outs, here's a nice book for you to read. But this is a very understandable way of explaining a certain abstract thing in this case.
Yeah.
Right? Or a process or whatever.
Yeah.
And I really value this. So I think we should also incorporate this in how we, for example, be a patron. Right,
yeah.
We should use certain models to also have like to have a. I want to stop using the word prompt, but have a let's say a dialogue with artificial intelligence.
And maybe exoskeleton is not a thing, but for me it opened a whole bunch of windows by just having that word. Right,
yeah.
Pretty much every article I read over the past 2 weeks, I could see what you're talking about is. Exoskeletizing it, right?
Yeah.
But also on the double diamond, I have something is in there. I just know it.
Yeah. The funny thing is, you see it in a kind of, or it seems like, when people are working in agile, to me, it sounds like production. It's building stuff.
Yeah.
And there is some discovery going on, right? The flexibility to realize you've made the wrong turn or whatever kind of thing.
Yeah.
But basically, it's like going to the end goal.
Yeah.
It being like a quite clear end goal as well.
Yeah.
And to me, the double diamond is a discovery tool, something totally different. So making the production part, the diamond that you inhibited from the get go, to me is a prototyping part. It is the ways to make things to give to other people so they know what I meant, right? So I think, let's say, so the first diamond is discovery. It's like, what do we want to do? Okay, from all the things that we want to do, let's choose this because we think this is most important. That's the second part of the diamond. And from that point is making a prototype so we can show other people and see whether or not this will work in our world. Right, and the end result is like reflection upon that, testing, but also reflection afterwards. Like, okay, so the process that we just did, can we improve it a little bit? Well, that's kind of like what you do in stand-ups or stuff like that in the agile world. But mostly also, can we improve our understanding of where we actually want to go? And did we learn things that we either were right on the money or way off base?
Yeah, but that's the first diamond, right?
Well, it loops back.
And it always loops back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you need to have the exercise whether or not the thing that you just did, whether or not you were satisfied and that you were curious and your end goal was also supported, right?
Yeah.
It's by testing or having people look at it or whatever kind of thing.
And of course, I made a model with 2 double diamonds, but it's the...
Yeah, and to me, it's even the diamonds can be iterated upon on itself.
Yeah, totally.
Because that's something most people forget. I even made like an illustration. I think I used it in one of our public speaking gigs.
I can remember it,
I come to realize it. I think it was illustrated the wrong way, but it doesn't really matter. But most of the. So how I use the double diamond most of the time, and I do have this misunderstanding with other people, is it's not built to make things, not to make end results. It's a wayfinding tool.
Well, there is also develop and deliver. So what are you developing and delivering?
Well, I use different words in those for those diamonds.
Yeah.
It's not deliver, definitely not deliver.
Well,
it's build and test.
It is it is absolutely develop and deliver in the original double diamond.
In some books, yeah.
No. In the original design council documentation.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying I took that model and applied it to, let's say, a world where either innovation or discovery has a very strong was like the deliverable itself, let's say. So in that case, we could also go a little bit nuts. We could, let's say, the first diamond, we could discover like weird things and really go into tangents. Whether if you would be in a building mode, you would do away with tangents because those might be distractions most of the time.
I mean, develop is diverging. That's why it's drawn like
yeah, definitely.
No, I think you're...
I think
there might be value going back to the original definition of the diamond, Peet.
I think we both have a decent understanding of the model, and but I definitely applied it differently than I nowadays see with people that basically just want to build a thing. Yeah. And nevertheless, the model is very strong and very interesting.
No, I mean, and what is interesting now is that apparently we're now discussing this model as a potential use for agents.
Yeah.
Or in an agentic context or agentic development context.
Wouldn't surprise me that's already in there.
What? Where is there?
Within the function of an LLM.
I mean,
so the ways for it
certainly to
do a sanity check for itself, for example.
Yeah, certainly the diverging and converging bit is there.
Yeah.
So it's the that is totally true. And you get to the define. I mean, you could probably say, that the reasoning phase in the agent is the first diamond.
Yeah.
And the answering phase is the second diamond.
Yeah. Okay, we're done.
Yeah, it's going to be a short episode. It's the
no, we're not done.
I'm going to try that one. No, I allowed myself to have a 3-month mini sabbatical
Yes,
to do this kind of thinking and doing.
pondering. Yeah,
Yeah, pondering and just try things with a somewhat unbounded amount of time.
yeah.
Instead of the 2 hours I have on Saturday morning. For
Okay,
instance,
okay.
right? I mean, it's
It's an odd time to do stuff like that. To me, it's like, oh, I'm exhausted.
no.
By this week.
I'm an early riser, and my
Okay,
girlfriend
okay.
is not.
Yeah.
So the delta
Oh,
between
okay.
me getting up
It's
and her
useful
getting
time
up,
to you.
that's the time I can do
Yeah.
my introspective stuff.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
I need to do it by myself.
Yeah. I get that the same only late at night.
Yeah, that's
So when you can't sleep, it's like, okay, let's think about this thing.
that's the whole thing. I'm very much a morning and a night person, and I'm quite horrible from 9 to 5 actually. So
Oh yeah, me too.
good.
Well, I guess I'm busy. I just like to do busy work from 9 to 5. Basic treading the water, making sure things work, making things, just doing
yeah.
things that I already thought of and do the busy work,
Yeah.
drawing stuff and stuff like that. But most of the actual work and thinking either happens over here, hence, or when I do the editing of this podcast,
Yeah.
because I pick up on things like, okay, this is gold, and we need to make an illustration. I really like the making illustrations with those thoughts, just to, I don't know, have others also to take part in what we make.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I want to do an illustration about Zorg and an agent running around, but I ran out of time.
Yeah. I really, I'm just want to check if we ignored all our topics.
Yeah, we
All
must
my
make sure,
topics.
we must make sure we ignored all the topics.
Yeah, exactly. No, I actually mentioned it. It's like the sandbox that I talked about. So ISPRO is the only language that we can build, but also check up on the things that we do with AI, or specifically with LLMs.
Yeah.
I want to include. I read an article from 6 months ago of this person that left a important LLM building company. I'm not sure if it was OpenAI or Anthropic, but basically he said, well, this is limited. So LLMs as a concept are limited.
Yeah.
They will be, like you just said, at a certain moment, they will be done. And his vision was, okay, so what's the next iteration? And he started working on it. He got some pocket money, $1 billion. And he started working on that. And his premise that he developed beforehand, it seemed, was movement, trying to predict movement. So basically, if we got the ball over here and somehow build a world so you can predict if you give it a little tap, that the ball will appear over there.
Yeah, or have a model that understands that if you give it a tap, the thing moves.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, I'm very curious about it. I'm not sure if this is a valid answer or very valid addition to the tool set, but I'm definitely interested in different AIs, in different applications of AI.
Sure. I mean, I think what you're describing are world models, right?
Yeah.
And maybe the researcher you mentioned is Jan LeCun.
Yeah, exactly.
He worked at Meta.
Yeah, and the interesting, because they call it world building, and I think it might not be, because world building to me is like where does the house stand? Where's the road? You know, it's basically city building. The game.
Yeah, but also the physics, right? I mean, that action is reaction.
Well,
and spatial relationships and time relationship, that things change over time.
Okay, little side tangent. I'm not sure if you've seen the video, but I think I sent it to you. But there's this very ancient video of me, very young and quite a lot more poundage. And I'm talking about one of my fascinations, which is sound on itself. And I talked about Ben Burtt with double T at the end. And Ben Burtt is the sound engineer of Star Wars. Yeah. Awesome. And the thing, so this blew my mind. Not literally, because that's kind of like gruesome.
Yeah.
so he needed to design the sound that the pods made in the pod race.
Yeah.
And he said, okay, we've got all kinds of, yeah, exactly. It's got all kinds of source material. And on Earth, these engines would sound like, and he said, no. These are alien planets. The atmosphere works in a different way. So he designed the atmosphere so he could design the sounds. So the sounds were indeed vo, 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 vo. And it's so, to me, this was, okay, that is what we need to think about if we want a consistent world building.
Yeah, this is literally that. We say literally a lot. Did you know that we literally say literally a lot?
Okay, the next time when we say literally, we need to have the quote on the screen so we can say it is actually literally.
Yeah. It's the but this is world building, right? In order to make this sound, you actually create a world where that sound could exist.
Yeah, or the other way around, create a world and then are curious on what kind of sounds live there when you set the rules.
Or you start with the sound and start thinking about the world and get to the
sound.
I mean,
this
is iterative. Yeah, sure. I mean, totally. I mean, this is...
To me, the surprise on what kind of sounds you might hear over there.
Yeah.
To me, it is. So let's say a very practical way. If you are going swimming soon, just dive underwater and hear how audio is so damn different.
Yeah, I know.
The clicks that you hear of little pieces of metal hitting the tiles.
It's amazing.
I mean, it's weird.
It's both muted and very loud.
Yeah.
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 And just thinking about, I mean, it's thinking about physics on the one hand, but it's also having your imagination go free, right? And then experiencing it.
On the water, it's so great that your movement makes sound.
Yeah.
That you can actually hear yourself moving, right? I mean, it's fantastic.
Yeah. So if we look back to the world building and also working on the exoskeleton, it's building tools to actually not only describe what we actually want to see in the end, what we nowadays do, but specifically create a world where things can appear.
Yeah.
Right? Create the logarithms, if you will.
Where certain things can appear.
Yeah.
Across a spectrum.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, indeed.
And be surprised, just like you with the sound, that a certain instance of the possibility turns up that you never saw coming.
Exactly.
Is that what could have been possible? And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Just like in adventure games, where people would do really funky stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Stack this on top of that one. Speed runs in Quake.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The things people come up with to actually run faster. Trust me, the designers of Quake never thought about that one.
No.
And that is so
Is
fun.
abusing the system as well, which is one of my pet projects as well. It's like, okay, show me the rules and I'll show you how to hack them.
Yeah.
Or abuse them or use them.
Or apply them in unexpected ways. Unexpected by the designers of the rules, right?
Yeah.
And for them it looks like hacking. But for you, it's just applying the rules the way you see fit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, with different mores, I guess.
Yeah, different intentions, etc. But it's But all systems are hackable, certainly if they are digital.
Yeah, and in that vein, I mean, you said it correctly. Whether or not it's hacked is based on your own perspective on the things, right? You say hack, I say use, and the other way around.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting. So we basically now got back to the first topic, whether or not is the American government hacking the system of Entropic, or is Entropic hacking the American government with their marketing? It is a big game. I'm not sure. It might be boring, but it is nevertheless there is some intent over there, or it seems to be.
I think both parties are overestimating their level of control.
Yeah, and also their importance. I don't think it really matters that much.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, it was also fine. I mean, we have a couple of minutes, right? But
sure.
So when I read all the reviews about Fable 5, right? So the kiddie version of Mythos.
To me, it read like a campaign.
Oh, for sure, there's a campaign.
No. like a massive campaign.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if whether there is a publication that didn't write about it.
oh yeah, sure.
Day off.
Oh yeah, totally. It's the, but I mean, if the new iPhone comes out, you read a gazillion iPhone reviews,
I mean,
right?
to me, this is a red flag. I mean, this wasn't about a new product. It was about what the implications.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's the ones I read like product reviews,
Oh, really?
and yeah, and you actually see that the product oversaturated the use cases.
Yeah.
Basically, it does something really cool for very specific use cases.
Yeah.
And then it's really awesome.
Yeah.
And for a very large range of existing use cases, right? It's totally overkill.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right?
indeed.
So, I mean,
yeah.
I mean, so...
Sounds like Word. Or any Office product.
yeah, that's
it's like overkill for most cases.
Yeah, that's a nice one, right? So it's the, I mean, we always had the capability overhang in these models, right? That they can do much more than we can absorb.
Yeah.
But maybe now it's getting way out of whack.
Do you think we need to make like an IA writer version of an AI, like that is very specific in its intention and usage?
I have no idea. It's the, I mean, but what I do know is that the open weight models, right, that tend to lag by half a year to a year.
Mm-hmm.
Now with all this capability overhang, lagging by half a year, actually gives you a really capable model.
Yeah.
Right? Not Mythos level model, but you can apply that anyway. It's like a 1,000 horsepower sports car, right? It's great to show off when you go get ice cream, right? But there is no chance in hell that you can deploy even 300 of those 1,000 horsepower
and survive.
And survive.
Because that seems to be like the hardest part.
Yeah, but just find a spot where you can unleash 1,000.
Yeah.
Right? Even while harming yourself. I mean, it's just almost impossible, right?
The Autobahn, I mean, you can do it technically, but it's unmanageable most of the cases.
It's way too busy.
Yeah.
It's way too busy. It's the...
This and the reason that I brought it up was this direction that Apple also goes, right? It seems like they're hinting to, okay, now we still have the really big places, like the big data centers to create our AI experience, but we expect within now and 5 years that all the AI capabilities will be in your pocket, will be in your device.
Could very well be.
So this is very interesting, right? It probably means that a lot of investors are now pumping the brakes on creating all those data centers because they might be obsolete for most applications.
Yeah. Unless, of course, we find a way to absorb all these wonderful leading edge frontier capabilities.
I mean, if you build it, people will come, right? That's what they say.
That's a theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's the. But if you see, I mean, yeah. So it's not. I wanted to say something really smart, but I forgot about it.
Yeah, but to me, it's like, oh, that's interesting. I expected data centers to become obsolete because this is an unsustainable, or it seems to be an unsustainable growth, right? It's like we have seen in the past, the switch from going to be centralized and decentralized compute power, working with terminals and without terminals, having all kinds of like a plethora of websites on the internet, and all of a sudden concentration to Twitter, Facebook, and some other limited platforms that we now see as like flakes of the internet or flakes of the function of the internet. I think a similar thing might also be going on with the AI. It's like, okay, now we harnessed the economic power to put all the intelligence into a small chip that's manageable in your pocket or manageable in your own compute.
I was about to say
system.
that on your own laptop or your own Mac Mini, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the totally. Right.
And that pleases me a lot because that's also, and it might also be a well, I wouldn't say an explicit nod, but definitely a solution to people that are very worried about the environmental impact that AI might have. Not only like the energy consumption, but also, let's say, the noise and the amount of space it takes, etc. And so that might be an interesting relief for people. It's like, okay, we don't need them anymore. Oh, that's nice. We can spend our monies also on different things.
Yeah, but I have no idea.
Me neither. It sounded very promising because they kind of like hinted there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
they hinted quite explicitly.
Yeah, but that is all for inference, right? I mean, training you won't do on your phone just yet.
No.
It's the
yeah, definitely.
So we have vineyards where we grow our models.
Yep.
And then we have this little pocket bottles where we zip from our wine.
Our secret flasks.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think that will be. I'm not sure if you would put a vintage wine in a pocket bottle, but nevertheless, I think that's great. I think I've got some work to do because I totally forgot about working out that vineyard, storyline to like write an article about that, because I think I'm not sure, but I tried to research the visuals I wanted to make, and I haven't found them yet. I haven't found something equivalent. I tend to make like works that are kind of like expressive, right? They're very kind of like imaginary, rather than a system model, like with okay, you got a node over here, a node over there, lines, etc.
Blueprints are awesome.
Yeah, you're a UML fan, right? You have.
I used to be a UML fan. Yeah, I spent certainly 5 years of my life on the ins and outs of UML.
Yeah, same. I've this is one of my areas of my study, is using UML in a certain way, also with rapid application development and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and I'm very glad that I learned it. I'm very happy that I don't have to use it anymore.
It's we now have a new way of doing exactly what we did back then.
I think the Peet of the past will be very glad in how we now build our worlds and our products.
Yeah.
I think that will be that's wonderful. And with that, I think this was a wonderful conversation once again. Let's not some wood, because I'd really love to continue this series
next time.
Yes, definitely.
When Dr. Bob says.
Yeah. Oh, Dr. Bob? I don't know.
Dr. Bob.
Link in the snow globes.
Links in the snow globes.
Okay, everybody. This was It's Just a Model. If you want to know more or you want to see the wonderful snow globes of Ron, go to itsjustamodel.com. There's also links to subscribe and stuff like that, and share it with your friends. And I'll see you next time.
Next time.
Ciao. Bye, everybody.